you supposed to shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot.
That solid nigga anthem right here.
Yes, sir.
It's on my A1 day one nigga.
Man, long little wacko, long little perk, long little tan.
One thing about me, boy, you know I'm solid. But that's one of these pussy niggas, boy, you need to stop it. When it's time to get it poppin', boy, you know these niggas holler. They don't want no smoke, won't hit them virgin lungs, get the coffin. When they talk my shit all day, all night, like I got halitosis. Better watch your step around me like a landmine, better be cautious. Folding ass niggas make my Glock sick until it's nauseous. Don't fold it under pressure, even when we take them losses. Better get the running when that toolie get the dumping. When my nigga hit me up about the ops, you know it's nothing. Better stretch you niggas out like I'm working, I'll call that lunging. Go ahead and test them waters if you think my niggas bluffing. Shout out to my niggas behind them bars, I never told it. Got a couple niggas that stuck to the G, cause I never folded. Extended clip with the red dots, you know we never miss it. Better get your shit together before your bitch ass get the missy. This blicky wake your ass up like coffee, I call that Folgers. Niggas strapped up like the army, all my niggas soldiers. All my niggas riding, don't act like I never told you. Pull this motherfucker back and watch it stutter. One thing that I know.
One thing that I know.
All my niggas solid, yeah. All my niggas solid, yeah. One thing that I know. All my niggas solid, yeah. All my niggas solid, yeah. One thing that I know.
Bitch, one thing that I know.
All my niggas solid, yeah. All my niggas solid, yeah. One thing that I know. All my niggas solid, yeah. All my niggas solid.
That's my bad boy.
Blaze one up with the Smoke Gang. It's your boy, Street Smoke TV, and this here is the Hood Livin Legendz Part 1. And today Livin Legend is Murder Leaf, aka Mr. Uno-Mafia Leaf. And this man legend right here is definitely certified and official. And if we gonna tell his story and tell his legend, we gonna have to take it back to the beginning. Now, Uno-Mafia Leaf comes from a strong, prominent family of Muslims. And when he was younger, niggas used to think shit was sweet, but him and his brothers would change niggas' minds real quick about that. And their mother is a beautiful, strong Muslim who is very, very prominent in the Muslim movement. And she was very strict upon them with that as well. And you wouldn't believe it, but back in the day, they had to move to Columbus, Ohio because they caught a Fed case in '98 and they had to leave Los Angeles to move to Columbus. And at the time, Leaf had to go move with his grandmother for 7 years. And his beautiful grandmother was definitely prominent in the Muslim movement too, and was very strict. And, you know, as being a young gunner, he had to fight a lot of his family members and a lot of his siblings to earn respect, and he was cool with that. And his mother actually got out of prison after only doing a year, because after the laws had changed, her prison sentence was overturned. And then after only doing a year, she got out and fought for 5 years to get her kids back. And they moved back to Cleveland, Ohio, to the east side. And when Lee's father got out of jail after doing 6 years for the case, he was deported back to Jamaica. And his father actually is part of the Waterhouse PMP People's Party gang, which is a dangerous hood in Jamaica. And after he was deported, he was never able to really get back into the United States. I mean, over the years he had tried, but he never could. So Lee's mother had to move on, and she started messing with a guy who was a part of the infamous and powerful Jamaican gang called the Shower Posse. And as y'all know the stories, they was accused of killing Bob Marley and whatnot, and doing all types of other crazy shit. Now, this stepfather played a big part in Leaf's life, and he was very influential on Leaf's life. And he was actually from the Tivoli Gardens in Jamaica, which is a powerful and dangerous neighborhood. And there is not too much that I could find on this stepfather or any pics, but I could say he was a well-respected Shower Posse member, and that Leaf looked up to him as a role model and father figure who taught him everything he knew about the streets and everything about being a man. And years later, the stepfather had went to jail for pushing, you know what I'm saying? He was out here trafficking. And then after his release, he was deported back to Jamaica. And then years later, he had tragically passed away in a shootout with the police in the Tivoli Gardens back in 2009. And that right there had turned Leaf all the way up in the streets. Him and his brothers had turned to the streets knee deep. And at the time, they were standing on East 121st and Forest. And they hit that block hard and took it over, and then renamed it the Uno. And then they got the beefing in the streets real heavy. I'm talking about with whoever. And they was really out here making a name for themselves. But their main ops was the 125th and Buckeye niggas, which is exactly 4 streets over from they block, the Uno. And man, it's been a war zone, because the Jamaicans was flooding the Uno with guns and artillery and all types of other shit. And the Uno began to get powerful. Even though they had less members, they had more guns. And Leaf was on probation at this time for a previous gun case that he had caught in 2006 with his little brother Wacy, who was also a certified stepper, and he is walking down 20+ years right now. But word on the street is Leaf and Wacy was sliding every night on 125th block trying to catch anything moving, and you was lucky if you was in the house at night. And the police started fucking with them every day on their way to school, or even if they was in the streets, because they was known to keep guns on them, even in the motherfucking schoolhouse. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, they had to start giving their guns to their good friend Andrea, and she was an innocent girl to her family, but was gang to her friends. And in school, she was an outstanding straight A student and was well liked by everybody. And they said that in the streets, she used to hold the guns for the gang, so the police wouldn't fuck with them and shit, you know what I'm saying? And the gang got away a couple times because she did this, and she was down for the Uno. She was just down for the gang. But one day, her little brother had found one of the guns and accidentally shot her as she came into her bedroom. And she tragically passed away at the young age of 11 years old. And her brother, who was 9 years old at the time, was not charged with her murder, but charged her older brother with the murder because it was later found out that he had found two guns, a .22 caliber pistol and a .22 rifle behind his house. And he told the police that he had stashed them in his house. And that's how the little brother was basically able to find the guns and tragically shot his sister over. And that is a sad, sad story. And this had caused friction between the Uno-Mafia GDs and the 6th Ward GDs, because the 6th Ward GDs thought that the Uno-Mafia Gs was given a bad rep and drawing unwanted attention to the GDs, and that basically put a target on them and 121st and basically all through the Buckeye area after Andrea passed. And because his name was coming up in so many shootings and murderers, and they was fucking with him and his brothers and his family so much every day, his mother had made him move to 79th and Decker at his grandmother's house with his cousins. And this area is way more dangerous than where he was staying at on Buckeye. And this house was 10 boy cousins and like 6 uncles, and they all was fucking savages. Now, when I say that the cousins and the uncles and Leaf and his brothers on 79th was having their way, I'm talking about it was getting so crazy that it was shootouts every day, niggas getting robbed, all type of shit. I'm talking about it even got to the point that 12 kicking in the door or the house stayed getting shot up because they ops knew this is where the gang used to be at. So it was drive-bys or just regular fucking sliding going on in front of the house. I'm talking about niggas was even sliding in front of that house while the police was watching. All type of crazy shit was going on. Even motherfucking police shootings.
Shots fired! 3-3, shots fired, 7515 Decker. You see that shit there? Somebody hit, somebody hit.
Standing right here, so I just happened to look. Is this it right here?
See that shit there, y'all? You see that shit there?
Police in? Somebody. No. They don't know. Damn.
You see that shit there? Fuck. No. We grown as fuck. We don't do that shit, man.
He had later ended up going to the juvenile detention center, which we call the Deuce, at the age of 16 for an attempted murder and a gun possession. But that's just how it was in the Star Decker neighborhood. And he had beat the case after sitting in there for about 5-6 months. Then his mother sent him to Peoria, Illinois, where he stayed there for about 7-8 months doing his savage shit down there till he met up with his people and shit and got to moving around that motherfucker, making money and doing what he do. Then he met a Chinese girl from Chicago and he moved in with her and he was staying with her for about 7 months. And I don't have no picture of her or nothing, but you know, all this is straight from his mouth. And then after a while, he had to go back to Cleveland because he had heard he had a baby on the way. And his baby mama was really wanting him to be there for when the baby was born. So he caught a flight back home to Cleveland. And on that same day that he touched down, he ended up going and getting locked up because he got caught up in a shootout with his brother Wacy at a damn train station. Now, they had put him on house arrest for the case, and he was doing it for about 5-6 months. And after a while, he had cut off his house arrest bracelet, and then he went on a run for about a year. And he was still on this savage shit, and he was trying to get some money, and he was just staying out the way until one day he got a call about his little brother getting jumped at school by the ops, which is the 125th and Buckeye boys. So Leaf, being the boss that he was trying to put a plan down to get all the niggas who had jumped his little brother, and not to hurt them, but to whoop their ass for jumping his little brother. But you know, all plans don't go down according to how you put them down. And a 12-year-old boy was caught up in a shootout and he was shot. He didn't die, but he was shot. And the police had put a warrant out for Leaf because you know how the streets go. Once the pressure get on, people get to talking and people got to pointing fingers, and you know what I'm saying? And everybody was saying that, you know, Leaf had something to do with it, and that he was around. But everybody know in the streets that he really didn't have nothing to do with it. And he ended up taking this case to trial, and he unfortunately is sitting in prison right now, walking down 12 years. And it's just a fucked up story at the end of the day because, you know, he really ain't do shit but try to avenge his little brother. Because y'all gotta remember at the time, Leaf was only 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? To all y'all who might have thought he was grown when this happened and all that shit, no, he wasn't even grown yet. Like, this man had a fast life at a young age, you know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of grown shit and doing a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, to be a young nigga at the time. So I don't want y'all to think in y'all mind that he was out here just on some grown shit, doing some bullshit, because he wasn't. He didn't even tell them to do what happened. He just told them to go beat their ass. You know, other people play their parts and do what they do, take out for what you do, but that man ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But what we can learn from this situation is, you know, a lot of shit we gotta start learning to let go. Certain shit, you know what I'm saying, when it's done, and it ain't really shit worth dying for or being locked up for, you know what I'm saying? We gotta learn how to leave certain shit alone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might seem like it's serious when we young, you know what I'm saying? When we young, we got a lot to prove, a lot of ego. It be a lot of shit in the way. But, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we just gotta learn how to be better, man. And I wanna say, shout out to my guy, Murder Leaf, for choosing me to drop his documentary. I appreciate it, gang. And it's your boy, Street Smoke TV. I appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay dangerous. And I'll see y'all in the next upload.
Yeah. be okay though. Drink on my side like my bed though. Shooters gon' shoot when I say so. No advice versus both ways though. I'm on my grind, got no time to play, ho. You either gon' leave or stay though. Yeah, but I got some money to make though. I'm always alone, but I be okay though. Drink on my side like my bae though. Shooters gon' shoot when I say so. No, it's vice versa both ways though. I'm on my grind, got no time to play, oh. You either gon' leave or stay though. But I got some money to make though. I really don't care if you wait on me. I swear that this pain been waiting on me. Every time I look up, lose another homie. They be thinking that I'm acting funny. I don't come around, I just beat the phony. Sometimes I just sit back and just play it cool, but I'm on that. Fuck love, I can't get attached. Got a damage hard, I ain't looking back. No, I can't say that it's all love, cause I compete when this shit fake. I'm the one you should be proud of, but real is real, no it's just hate. I'ma just stay in my own lane, gon' run it up and stay the same. These niggas switching up on the game, nigga pick a side, no in between. You let me down, really thought you was real. I ain't believe it, but luck get you killed. Trust get you hurt, got this shit out the dirt, so I really don't care how a fuck nigga feel. Break to me slow down, I'm moving too fast. Pray every night a young nigga don't crash. Writing these songs while I'm blowing this gas. I'm in too deep, nigga, fuck this rap. How you gon' change? They say I'm to blame. Can't even trick me and you ain't the same. I'ma keep going and stay in my lane. Don't hop in mine, I'ma blow out your brains. This ain't no cat, really mean what I say. Gave them my all and they spit in my face. Trapped in the dark and I can't get away. Ears to the streets, yeah, I hear what they say. I'm tryna get to the paper. I swear this money and make you go crazy. I know some bloods and them niggas real brazy. You get out of line and them choppers they spraying. When I was broke, they was all tryna play me. Now that I'm up, they be asking for favors. Ain't second guessing, I made my decision. I'm going harder cause I'm tryna get it. Just sit back and win. I'm always alone, but I be okay though. Jerk on my side like my bae though. Shooters gon' shoot when I say so. No, it's vice versa both ways though. I'm on my grind, got no time to play, oh. You either gon' leave or stay though. But I got some money to make though. I really don't care if you wait on me. I swear that this pain been waiting on me. Every time I look up, lose another homie. They be thinking that I'm acting funny. I don't come around, I just beat the phony. Sometimes I just sit back and just play it cool, but I'm on that. Fuck love, I can't get attached. Got a damage hard, I ain't looking back.
I came from the bottom, need a way up. I can peep that this envy is fake love. Gotta give me a bag, can't lay up. No, it ain't my birthday, my cake up. I know that y'all snitching, know that y'all niggas, y'all bitches. Only kill us in your mentions, now I'm tryna get it. Rather go get the pack method, I'd rather go serve in the kitchen. And hell no, we ain't doing no dishing. RP Brody, I miss you. Hell no, I ain't got no feelings, my heart broke, ain't no fixing. And if it's up, you know how I get with you. If it's smoking, get your issue. Right now I'm low my pistol, I'm tryna catch me a nigga, yeah. Put a nigga on the picture, I'm tryna catch me a victim. Got his family tripping, his mama and daddy, they miss him. They gon' say, Bo, we did it, we really out here spinning.